So hello guys and welcome back to my channel, and this is a part 3 video of part modeling series, and in this video we are going to model this symbol model. It will be a good exercise for beginners as it only includes very basic features in Freecad. So let's dive right into it. So the first thing to consider here is what is your base sketch of this part. For this part, I can mainly choose two of the profiles as the base sketch, and one will be the bottom rectangle and the other will be this profile right here. So if I choose this bottom rectangle, then what the problem is that I need to make so many unnecessary cuts and it will make my process more harder. So identifying that this side profile is way easier is one of the main steps that you need to make sure you are doing while modeling something in Freecad. So you need to select the right sketch, which is the easiest right there. So let's get started. First thing is, let's get into the part design workbench. Let's create a body, create a sketch, and I'm going to select the side plane. I'm going to create a line, and I need this line symmetric to this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this line, this point, and constrain symmetrical. There we go. And if you check here, this line is 74 in length. So let's give a horizontal dimension, and the dimension will be 74 mm. Alright. Now I'm going to just sketch out the profile randomly. Okay. This line is vertical. Let's give it a vertical constraint. This line is 28 in length. So let's give a vertical dimension right there. 28 mm. This one is 20 in length. So vertical constraint 20. For horizontal constraint, and this length is actually 14 diameter. So let's give that 40. Now if you look that our sketch has turned into green color. Green color means that it is fully constrained. It can no longer move in this 3D space. So let's close out of the sketch. And our sketch looks just like this. Now we are going to add volume to our model. For that, there is a feature called as a pad. I'm going to select pad. And I'm planning to model this symmetrically across the plane. What you notice now, if you notice that if I give dimension here, it is only giving dimension to one side of the plane. I want it symmetrically so that I can make the modeling more easy. So for that, I'm going to first give the dimension of the pad right here. This extrusion is 42 in mm, so I'm going to give this 42. That is the first step. And I want this symmetric to the plane, so I can select that option as well. Now if you notice that our model has become symmetric to the plane, I'm going to click OK. The next thing what we are going to make is this semicircle hole through this whole length. For that, I'm going to select this face, create a sketch on it, and if you notice that now the origin is in the center of this model, and we also need it in the center. We can just create a circle right here, give it a dimension, and the dimension is actually 12 in radius. We are giving here a diametric constraint, and the diameter will be 24 mm. Now I am going to need a line diametrically through this to complete the semicircle. and select a line. Select 2 points randomly on the circle. Next thing is that for this to be diametric, I need this line to be vertical. So I'm going to select this line and give a vertical constraint. Now I want this line to pass through this point. So I'm going to select this point, this line, and constraint point onto object. There we go. We got a semicircle. But this is an extra portion and we don't need that. So we are going to trim that off, and the trim option is right here. This is a trim edge. If I trim this out, we got our profile right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to close out of the sketch. Oops, I accidentally closed the image as well. Okay, so we need this hole through the whole length. So I'm going to create a hole. What we have is an option called as a pocket. So I'm going to select the pocket, and this pocket is going to be the whole length of our model. Instead of giving a length, what another option we have is, instead of the dimension option, we can give this up to face. So now we need to select the face till we need this pocket. So you can select that, and there you go. You got a simple hole right here. Now we have successfully created the base part of our model. And now what I need is this projecting part right here. If you notice this part, it is a 30mm square and has a height of 30mm keyboard having a height of 30mm keyboard having a height of 20mm. And so for to create that, and if you notice that it is 5mm from this edge and 6mm from this edge. Actually, if you calculate it, it is actually in the center of this larger rectangle. And we have already made our model symmetric to the plane. So what we can do is we can just create a sketch here. Two ways of doing this. One is that we can just create a centered rectangle out here and give the dimensions of the square, as this line already passes to the center of our model. Another thing we can do is just create a corner to corner rectangle and give dimensions as per the image. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go the simple way. I'm going to select the centered rectangle, give this a length of 30mm and a height of 30mm. Now this line is about 5mm from here, right? So we need to define that as well, and to define that I need this geometry right here. To get this geometry, I'm going to use this create external geometry option, select this geometry and give a horizontal constraint. Give this a 5mm and we are going to right at the center of here. I'm gonna close out of it here, give a pad, and the pad has a dimension of 20mm. We have got that as well. Now at the center of this pad there is a hole, and this hole is going to go till this face. So let's create that. Select this face, create a sketch on it, create a circle, and that circle is actually 20mm in diameter. Let's do that, and I'm going to pull out this geometry. This is the center, so I'm going to give a horizontal constraint, make this 15mm. Now let's create that pocket. Give a pocket. As we done earlier, we are going to do up to face. Select this face. And we have got our hole right here. So that's done as well. And the only feature we want to add here is this hole. This hole. So let's create this face. Create a sketch. And that circle is actually in the center of this rectangle. So let's create a circle. And give this a diameter of 12 mm. Pull out this external geometry and give a horizontal dimension of 10 mm as per the diagram. Great. Now the hole is going to come till this face. I'm going to give a close out of this first and then give a pocket. And this pocket is going to be up to the face and it will be this face. Great. And now we have completed our model right here. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. We have created this model using just some of the simple features of Freecad. It would be great if you guys could drop your opinions in the comments. Thank you.